Tonight's the night. The college football playoff semifinals kick off. We get one game tonight. We get Ole Miss versus Miami at the Fiesta Bowl in Arizona. And then tomorrow, Oregon and Indiana, the big showdown at the Peach Bowl. Allie, what are you looking forward to about tonight's game?
Oh, man. It should be a fun one. I think this game, to me, is like, I don't know. Both of them are hard to pick, aren't they?
I think so. I mean, they're both 3.5-point spreads.
Yeah.
That's pretty close. That means it should be competitive, which is the way it should be. We're down to the final four teams.
Exactly. These are important games, semifinals, and I feel like we should and I think we will get these close games. Like, I don't imagine any blowouts happening.
Yeah. But I'm with you that I've been, particularly on Ole Miss, Miami, really back and forth.
Yeah.
And because I just feel like Miami's a better team overall. They're much more talented.
Yeah.
But then I think the way Trinidad Chambliss, the Ole Miss quarterback, played against Georgia in their last game, and I'm like, what if he does that again?
I know.
But then I'm like, but you can't just expect that. Was crazy that, and Georgia actually did a lot of things to give that game away and make it more difficult on themselves. So I feel like, but Miami could do that too. Like, they're still Miami. They still have Mario Cristobal as coach, who's been known to do that. So far, he hasn't done it yet this year, at least in the playoffs. But nothing is impossible. And Carson Beck, not necessarily trustworthy. So you can see how I'm just going back and forth on this.
Exactly. I'm on the same boat with you because I'm thinking through all of those scenarios. But I think I've mentioned this before. Like, I have put my kind of weight behind Ole Miss, and that's because I really am cheering for this team because of all the things that they've gone through this season with Lane Kiffin leaving. And so even though I think this is going to be super close, and I could definitely see a world where Miami comes out on top because they just have some great talent, especially on their offensive and defensive line, I am going to give it to the team that I think has just the tad bit more momentum, and that is Ole Miss.
I think Miami's going to win. Here's the last thing the most recent smart thing I heard.
Okay.
That makes me feel, that has had me land on Miami, and I'm running out of time to change it, is that Ole Miss in the playoff without Lane Kiffin, the two teams they played are teams they had already played this year.
Yeah.
Right? And so Miami is a completely different team, not in the SEC. They've never seen them before. And maybe now is finally the time where you see the coaching staff brain drain come into effect, where this is stuff they hadn't already prepared for earlier in the season when everybody was in the building.
Yeah.
And Miami is just, like, they're just really talented.
Yeah.
And so if they could overpower Ohio State, I feel like they can overpower Ole Miss too. What about the other game tomorrow, though, with Oregon and Indiana?
I have stuck with this kind of storyline all season, which it's hard to beat the same team twice, which would mean lean in Oregon's favor. But I am actually going to stick with Indiana here.
You've been saying that all year.
I have. And it is hard to beat the same team twice.
Yeah.
But I think Indiana is just that good this season that they can indeed overcome that kind of battle of trying to beat the same team twice. I think they can do it.
I feel like I've been on the Oregon train and kind of like, obviously it was hard after Indiana defeated them in Oregon.
Yeah.
To kind of maintain that. But since then, Oregon, like I've said this going into the playoffs, they've just gotten healthier and healthier. They had a lot of injuries earlier this year.
They did.
And still played very impressively. And now they've gotten a lot of those guys back, and I feel like they're just playing their best football right now. And like you said, beating the same team twice, where Indiana, as good as a coach as Curt Cignetti is, it's hard to not just naturally go to, well, this is what worked last time, and we won, so why change much? Where Oregon's like, this is what they did to beat us last time, here's what we need to fix.
Yeah.
And so I think it's going to be close either way. And then another thing is that, like, in a close game, I kind of like Dante Moore more than Fernando Mendoza.
Really?
They both made amazing plays. Dante Moore is more talented.
I feel like Fernando really showed, especially in that Big Ten championship game, if you put the ball in his hands at the end of the game when you need him to make a play, he's going to make the play.
And don't you feel like the Indiana hype has just gotten like too high? Like sometimes teams just nobody wants to pick against them, and it's like, that's the time you need to pick up against them.
I felt like that going into the Big Ten championship game, but they have earned it. They've earned their right Like, that's the thing. I think they've earned this on the field. I don't know if I can say that as much about Oregon.
I think Oregon, this is their time to shine. Tomorrow night, we're going to see. It's great that we're opposite on both. I'm glad we're not doing punishments.
Yeah.